All right, we're just about ready to get started here. 20 seconds remaining on the warm-up clock. You see your breath in the rink right here as I'm talking. KC Hockey Club getting ready to face off against Chesterfield Falcons, number 2 versus number 3 here after pool play. Falcons got the better of Kansas City 4-2 in our very first game of the tournament. Falcons are listed as the home team here, the higher seed in the white sweaters. KC and the black sweaters are the visiting team. Loser of this game is done for the tournament. The winner will move on to the championship at 2:15 this afternoon against the number 1 seed Kirkwood Stars. Breakfast, whatever you call it. Huh? You know, dude. Yeah. There you go. Eager gets the start in net. Stutzer had the start yesterday, if you recall, had that fantastic game-winning save right as the final buzzer was sounding. Preserved the 2-1 victory against the Knights. Eager in net this morning.
Door.
And we're underway here in the first period. Falcons control the face-off. They'll play it back into their own zone. McLean and Barron on defense here to start the game. Smith is your center with Bakta and Allender on the wings. Loose puck in the corner, picked up by the Falcons, circling around their own net, trying to break it out of the zone. They get up to the blue line and clear the zone just short of the blue line, and great pick by Bakta there with a stick check. Kept it alive for Kansas City. I'll adjust my clock here at the first stoppage here. I forgot to get that timer going right, but we're playing 13-minute periods here. Hargadine now off the bench. Line change for Kansas City. Hargadine in the corner. JC and Howard on the ice with him as well. Puck trickles out of the zone, but a good back check there by Barron sends it right back in. Falcons on a line change. Puck just below the blue line. Howard trying to keep it alive under the blue line, but the Falcons dig it out, and they hit into the KC zone. Weisner on the ice for the Kansas City defense. Got one of the D-man changed over there battling in the corner with Hargadine. Hargadine and Weisner trying to chip it out. Puck squirts out here to the near corner. McLean will run that down. McLean brings it up the left side. Long cross-ice pass to JC right on the blue line. JC's got Howard streaking with him. A poke check right there as he was trying to pull it back and make a pass to Howard. Kansas City gets the rest of their D-man changed. Phillips plays it up to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner goes around one defender who lost an edge. Weisner, quick shot. Saved by the goalie, stick save. Weisner plays it right back in the slot. Top of the slot, shot by his brother Landon Weisner. Loose puck in front. Turned aside. They blow it dead. I'm not sure if the puck, maybe the net came dislodged there, but Landon Weisner took a shot. Rebound came right on the back door. Logan Weisner right there trying to put it in, but the referee blew it dead. He may have lost sight of the puck, or it could have been the net came dislodged. I'm not sure, but they blow it dead here with just over 11 minutes remaining. Johnson takes the face off. They win it back to Phillips, but picked off by the Falcons. They head the other direction, just over the blue line, but Myers is there to send it right back in the neutral zone. Dawkins trying to get something set up. They play it over to the far side. They'll dump it in. Landon Weisner chasing after it. He'll circle behind Eager. He plays it up the left side, looking for his brother, Logan. Logan Weisner through center ice across the blue line. Lost the puck momentarily. He'll dump it in and head back to the bench for a line change. Again, the net comes dislodged. Myers went hard into the net. Get a stoppage in play here. 10:51 remaining. Puck will come outside. Yeah, see your breath. Smith will take the face-off. Dungy and Brown are your wingers. Hill and Powell on defense. Falcons control the face-off. They'll circle around and play it off the boards, but it comes right back to Hill. Hill over to Powell on the right side. Off the boards for Brown. Brown overskates it momentarily, and it's sent back by the Falcons into the KC zone. Hill circling around. trying to find some opening here. He'll play it off the boards. Great pass off the boards, comes back to Smith. Smith breaking through center ice. He's got Brown in tow. Smith down in the slot. Smith around the goalie, pulls back to the short side. Stick check by the goalie, sends the puck into the corner. KC trying to reset. Powell dumps it back in from the right D. Falcons try to play it out. They get it up the blue line, but kept in by Barron. Barron plays it back over to Brown. Brown fanned on the shot, trying to take a shot there from the right circle, but poke checked away by the Falcons. They head the other direction. So KC glove on the ice. Looks like Powell lost the glove. He's got it there just outside the blue line. KC dumps it in. Falcons circling behind their net. They'll pick up the puck behind their own net. Trying to play it out all the way past everybody for an icing call. Stoppage in play here with just under 10 minutes remaining. Dungy lifts the glove off the ice, hands it back to Powell. Get a stoppage in play. Icing call brings it down in front of the Falcons goalie. 9:42 on the clock in the first. Johnson to take the face-off. He's with Bacta and Allender. They win it back to the point, back to McClin. McClin trying to chip it around the boards, down low again. Looking for Johnson behind the net. Picked up, though, by Bacta. Bacta drop pass over to Johnson. Johnson circling around, trying to find someone to get a pass to. Tied up with a couple Falcons in the corner. Puck squirts out. The Falcons pick it up. They clear the zone through center ice. Little flip over the boards here. They pick it up, go around McClin looking for a shot off the side of the net. McClin forces them wide. They got a shot with a tough angle. Eager had the pipes covered. Blocked the shot, covered it up. We get a stoppage in play here with a little over 9 minutes remaining. Hargadine at center with Howard and JC. Falcons control the face-off. Quick shot goes wide off of a skate of a player behind the net. Weisner plays it over to JC. JC breaking it out. Draws some attention on the right side. Howard over the left side. JC circling around. Plays it right in the front. Loose puck trickles to the crease and they score! Hargadine bangs it back in after JC made a great move. First shot didn't go in, but the puck trickled out and Hargadine was right there. He buries it behind the goalie. KC up 1-0.
Let's go, KC!
Good pressure there. The three-man rush from Howard, Hargadine, and JC. JC drew all the attention, made the initial shot. Rebound stuffed in by Hargadine. Just under 9 minutes remaining. KC strikes first. Hargadine controls the face-off. He'll play it over to the right D to Weisner. Weisner up to JC. JC over the blue line. Loose puck picked up by Hargadine momentarily, but stick checked away by the Falcons, and they clear the zone. Falcons over the right side. Phillips plays the man in the corner. Separates the puck from the man. He'll play it over to Weisner. Weisner and Hargadine trying to chip it around some traffic. Hargadine gets it up to Howard, just out of his reach. Falcons beat KC back to the puck. They send it back into Kansas City zone. Kansas City puck picked up by Phillips, circling behind Eager. He'll flip it up the boards for Myers. Just outside the zone. That's an offsides call as it trickled outside the blue line. Falcons trying to keep the play alive, but puck just squirted out past the blue line. We get a stoppage in play here with 8:10 remaining. New forward line. Smith will take the face-off. Myers and Logan Weisner are your forwards. Defensive unit switched up as well. Powell and Hill back on D. KC controls it. Weisner digs it out and plays it back to Hill. Plays it right back off the boards to Weisner. Weisner and Smith trying to keep it alive at center ice, but the Falcons clear it momentarily. Good job by Powell to work around that stick check. Send it right back in the Falcon zone. Tied up on the far side there. Myers digging away at it. Powell and Smith there as well. Smith digs it out. He pulls it right back through some traffic, skates around a couple of people. He's got one man to beat. He plays it over to Weisner. Weisner sends it back down low behind the net. Turned out by the Falcons D, but picked up by Weisner. Weisner circling around, trying to find a pass. Turns, fires a shot, goes through the crease to the left side. Myers over there trying to make a pass. We'll dump it back to Smith. Smith circles around. Going around some traffic, drop pass to Hill on the point. Hill dumps it down low to Logan Weisner. Logan Weisner gets tied up. Smith there helping out as well. Or Myers, I should say, is in the corner helping out. Eventually dug out by the Falcons. They try to flip it up the boards. KC doing a good job to clog it up there. Eventually chipped out by the Falcons. That'll come all the way down the other direction. That'll be an icing call on St. Louis, or Chesterfield, I should say. Chesterfield, a suburb here of St. Louis. Give us a stoppage in play here with just under 7 minutes remaining. Line change for Kansas City. Johnson, Dungy, and Brown are your forwards. McClin and Barron back on the D. KC controls it. They play it back to McClin. He dumped it in the slot, but picked off by the Falcons, and they'll rush out the other direction. They play it into the Kansas City zone, but Barron is there with a little flip pass back across the blue line. Brown trying to dig it out, but just pulled it back a little too far. The Falcons picked it up. McClin trying to send it right back to Dungy here on the near boards. Falcons send it back to center ice. Barron chasing after it, beats his man to the puck, ties him up on the boards. Couple of poke checks, and the Falcons send it into the KC zone, but McClin is right there. McClin flips it up. Bouncing puck got tipped, but it lands right across the blue line. Allender picks it up. Circling around, makes a centering pass right in front for Dungy. Good play by Allender. Backhand pass into the slot. Dungy got tied up as he's trying to make a play on it in the crease, but chipped out by the Falcons. KC doing a good job to keep the play alive here below the blue line. Centering pass goes through the crease. Good play there by Dungy trying to get a centering pass, but it's chipped out. Allender back checking. He gets upended, and the Falcons will send it in the zone. McClin circles back, backhands it around some traffic, trying to get it over to Smith or Allender. This puck comes out to the point, and the Falcons will dump it in the far corner. McClin ties up his man, does a good job battling behind the net. He'll come away with it. Taps it ahead to Dungy. Trying to get it up the near boards here, out of the zone. Falcons battling, they dump it in the Kansas City zone, but Barron is there. Barron circles around, flips it off the boards, trying to get it to Dungy. Dungy chips it out, does clear the zone. Smith is there chasing after it. This puck picked up by Barron after a poke check by Chesterfield. Barron below the red line, turns and fires it in the zone. He'll head back to bench for a line change. JC chasing after it in the far corner. Bakta picks it up. JC and Bakta in the far corner. Battling to keep the play alive. Poke check comes right back to Hargadine through the face-off circle. Hargadine and JC trying to dig it out. Or Bakta there, I guess. That was Hargadine and Bakta, but eventually chipped out by Chesterfield. Phillips is back on D with Weisner. A little bouncing shot turned aside by Eager, and Weisner will pick it up. Weisner off the boards, plays it over to Phillips. A little bank shot pass to Phillips. Phillips right up to Bakta, streaking through the center ice. Bakta trying to chip it ahead to Hargadine, but the Falcons are there to break it up. Falcons right back in, a little bouncer right into the crease. Johnson plays it all the way down. They wave it off. Icing almost called, but they wave it off. Falcons pick it up. Circling around center ice. Good poke check by Howard trying to keep it alive with Hargadine. The Falcons will play it back in the neutral zone. Falcons streaking out on the right side. Phillips will chase after that. Puck caroms behind the net and actually picked up by Eager. Or by Weisner. After it caromed behind Eager. Falcons keep it alive. Quick shot on target. Saved by Eager. Loose puck. Rebound went wide. And the shot went wide. Hargadine plays it off the boards. Trying to find Howard. KC trying to clear the zone here. 3.5 minutes remaining in this first period. Falcons with a centering pass turned aside by Weisner. Bouncing puck picked up by Howard. Howard skates it through the neutral zone across the left side. Poke check by the Falcons, break up the rush. Myers there in support as well. Falcons, I should say, eventually chip it out. Powell and Hill back on D. Powell circles around and picks up the loose puck. He backhands it over to Weisner. Logan Weisner coming up the near side. Plays it over to Myers, just behind Myers. Offsides as that pass went off the boards and stayed in the neutral zone. KC eventually crossed the blue line without the puck, so offsides call once they chipped it in. The stoppage in play here with just over 3 minutes remaining. Hill battling on the far side. Falcons trying to get a centering pass, goes all the way through the crease, turned aside. And chipped out there by Logan Weisner. KC trying to chip it ahead. Logan Weisner playing it off the glass, trying to clear it out, but kept in by the Falcons at the point. Myers comes away with it. He plays it off the boards, banks it behind Eager. Chipped back in, though, by the Falcons. KC will circle it around. Weisner picks it up. They'll try to break it out the near side here. Cross ice pass to Myers from Weisner. But off of his skate, the Falcons will dump it in and head back for a line change. Kansas City gets a chance to regroup here. Powell brings it out from behind his own net. Looking for Weisner off the boards. He banks it off the boards, but just out of his reach. And that'll go all the way to the other end of the ice for an icing call. 2:15 remaining. Face-off comes back down in the Kansas City zone. Barron and McLean on D. Johnson, Brown, and Allender are your forwards. KC controls the face-off. Johnson plays it back to McLean. McLean up the boards, trying to clear it out. He'll skate it through some traffic. McLean out across the red line. He's got Allender with him on the left side. McLean pulls up short, puts a shot on net, turned aside, goes into the near corner. Brown chasing after that. He sends it back around looking for Allender. Falcons get there first and send it around the other direction. McLean keeps it alive. He plays it back over to Brown. It's chipped out by the Falcons, and KC will regroup. McLean over to Barron. Barron chips it right back off the boards looking for Allender. Clearing attempt picked off by Allender. He skates around some traffic. Just about ready to pull the trigger, and a little stick check by the Falcons. They clear the zone. A little rush here for the Falcons on the left side. Shot saved by Eager. Kicked aside. Good job by the KC defense to force him wide. Made a tough angle shot. And Eager made the save. This puck picked up by Barron. He plays it off the boards. KC will get a line change. That puck will settle in the Chesterfield zone, and they'll regroup. Outlet pass by Chesterfield. Tipped by Smith. He breaks that up. The puck goes into the corner. Phillips pulls up short, trying to get around some traffic. He'll play it over to Dungy. Brown trying to buy some time. Looks to play it back to the point to Phillips. Phillips, a little shot. Right on target. Tipped by Smith. Great little play there. Phillips got a shot over to Smith. He got a stick on it, but chipped it right into the Falcons goalie. He covers it up. 45 seconds remaining. Stoppage in play here just outside the Chesterfield goal. Falcons control the face-off. Phillips breaks up the rush, sends it right back over to Smith. Smith chips it back down low. It'll circle behind the Falcons' net. Falcons pick it up, trying to play it off the boards and clear the zone. Dungy and Phillips trying to keep it alive. It comes out of the zone, but Smith is there to pick it off. He plays it on the far sides to Weisner. Weisner will dump it in. Dungy on the near boards, trying to keep it under the blue line. Ties up with a couple Falcons in the near side. Powell on the point, trying to keep it alive. It's chipped away, fresh off the bench is Hill. KC with a defensive change here. Hill ties up his man. Great poke check. Hill and Powell break that up, and Powell streaks out the other direction. Powell trying to get around some traffic. Just as the buzzer sounds, Powell had broken free. Had a 2-on-0 break there. They got around the last man. It was Smith and Powell right as the buzzer sounded. KC with some good pressure here in the first period. There's no shot counter here, so I can't really tell what the shot count is, but KC with some good pressure in period number one. Head into the second. Up 1-0. Hargadine will take the face-off here as we start period number 2. Howard and JC are your wingers. They win the face-off back to Barron, who taps it over to McLean and right up to Hargadine. Hargadine looking for JC on the right side, but poke checked away. Falcons will dump it in. Puck caroms off the backboards. KC chips it out. Not all the way out. Shot from the right point by the Falcons, turned aside by Eager. Great stick save by Eager. It's picked up by JC with an outlet pass to Howard. Poke checked away at the last second. Good job by JC, though, to keep it alive. Howard and Hargadine trying to connect there, but broken up by the Falcons. Falcons will chip it back down. If it makes it all the way there, it'll be an icing call, and it does. We get a stoppage in play here, the first one of the second period. Icing on the Falcons. Face-off comes back down in the Chesterfield zone. Smith will take the face-off. Allender and Bakta are your wingers. Phillips and Weisner on the points. Quick shot by Allender as he dug out the puck after the face-off and fired a quick shot turned aside by the Falcons goalie. Puck controlled by Bakta. He plays it over to Smith in the slot. No clear possession, but Smith digs it out, trying to get a quick shot. A little bouncing puck turned aside by the Falcons before KC could pull the trigger. They'll clear it all the way down. They wave off icing. Weisner chasing after it. Phillips there as well. Weisner ties up the man behind the net. Phillips sets up shop in the crease, trying to clear it out. Battling with number big 34 there in the crease. Phillips trying to clear the crease for Kansas City. Weisner picks up the puck behind his own net. Trying to play it around, but skipped in by the Falcons. Quick shot tipped, goes behind Eager. Loose puck squirts out on the near side. Allender picks it up. Allender breaking out the right side. Through center ice. Trying to get through some traffic. He'll dump it in. He heads back to the bench for a line change. Johnson picks up the puck fresh off the bench. Smith is there. He digs it out. Weisner plays it over to Powell on the near side. Tough angle shot from Powell. Looked like it might have gone in, but it just on the left side got knocked down in the crease and they cleared it out. Had a little lane there. Powell was looking for that top left corner. Had a great angle on it. Got knocked down in the crease and cleared out. AC clears it out. Powell chips it ahead to Myers. Myers across the blue line. Myers right through the crease looking for Weisner on the back door. Great look by Myers there. Good stick check by Johnson. Breaks up the resulting rush from Chesterfield. Hill back checking as well. Shot from the Falcons. Gets turned aside in the crease by the KC defense. It's tied up here on the near boards. Powell digs it out, trying to circle behind his own net. Tied up with the Falcons player behind there. Falcons trying to get it back to the point, but picked off by Logan Weisner. Weisner chips it around one defender. He's got Hill in tow. Weisner, tough angle shot, looking for a rebound right in front. Would have been a great opportunity had the goalie got a stick on it. The rebound probably would have come right back to Hill. Barron circles back in his own zone. Quickly plays it out, trying to catch Falcons on a line change there, but they get back just in time. They chipped it ahead to Brown, trying to keep it alive. Brown digs it around some traffic. Eventually poked away, though, by the Falcons. Barron sends it right back in, looking for Brown. Brown ties up his man on the near side here with Dungy. 3 Falcons players. Comes out to Smith, though. Smith back to Barron, over the hill, and back up the far side. They'll dump it in. Just over the red line, though, was that dump-in pass, which crossed both red lines untouched. We get an icing call with 9:40 left in the second. KC Hockey Club Bantams are here as well, waiting on their game next. Cheering on the Pee Wee squad. Shot from the left point there by the Falcons, gets blocked by the KC defense, goes into the corner. Barron tied up in the corner. He's got Smith there as well. He tries to chip it out over to Brown. Puck squirts out to center ice and all the way into the Chesterfield zone. Falcons trying to play it out. They get it up to the neutral zone. They overskate it, though. Dungy's tying up his man, and Barron's there as well. He pokes it away, trying to find Smith. They're going to get a tripping call here. It looked like Brown got him tangled up. Brown will head to the box on a tripping call. First penalty of the game. KC goes on the penalty kill here. 9:11 remaining on the first. Smith and Logan Weisner are your forwards. Barron and McClin on D. Quick shot right on target, right off the faceoff. Saved by Eager. Barron battling in the far corner, or the near corner. Gloves it down, trying to chip it out. Sent back in by the Falcons. Barron picks it up, slings it around the corner, but not out. Kept in by the right D. Loose puck right in front. Bouncer dangerous in the crease, but it comes back to the left point. Shot blocked by Smith. Smith with a great shot block. Second shot by the Falcons, picked up by Weisner, and Weisner will ice it down the other end of the ice. Clearing the zone after a flurry of action there by the Falcons. Good save by Eager, good shot block by Smith. KC gets a breather here. We'll freshen up the forwards. Johnson and Allen are on for KC. Hey boys, would you mind sliding just a little bit? Thank you. Shot saved by Eager. Loose puck in front. They turn to try to get a backhand shot. Loose puck in front, and it slides in. Puck just sat there and slowly sliding. First save by Eager, and somebody got a stick on it to just slide it over to that left post, and it just kept moving. And right about the time Barron was trying to dig it out, it just crossed the line. Power play goal there for the Falcons. They tie it up. 1-1 with 8.5 minutes remaining. See if KC can answer. If KC wins the faceoff, back to Landon Weisner. Weisner over the blue line. He'll chip it in. Circling around as Howard and Hargadine trying to keep it alive in the corner. Howard digs it out, skates around some traffic, but a poke check by the Falcons. They clear it out. Picked off by JC, though, just under the blue line. It comes back to the point. Phillips picks it up. Phillips trying to chip it down low, looking for Hargadine. Hargadine circling around some traffic, trying to get a pass out, but he gets tied up by the Falcons. They try to clear it out, kept into the point by Phillips. Phillips flips it back down low, trying to find Hargadine in the corner. Hargadine circles around. He'll play it back to the point for Phillips. Phillips pinches down, quick shot, tip, block right in front. Unbelievable, so close, looked like it went in. Phillips got the first shot, got tipped over to the side. JC's there on the back door, and just as he's hammering away at the rebound, goalie covers it up. Looked like there was an opening there, but quickly covered by the Falcons goalie. I was ready to ring that one up. That looked open. Johnson battling with Smith here. Tied up in the corner with a couple Falcons. Comes back to the point for Weisner. Weisner with a shot. Blocked by the defenseman of the Falcons. Loose puck kicks behind the net. Picked up by the Falcons. They'll play it around. Trying to clear it out, but kept in by Smith. Smith hits the brakes right at the blue line, keeping the play alive. Sends it back down low. Johnson chasing after it. Kept in by Smith and Weiser on the far side. Weiser digs it out, trying to chip it ahead to Johnson. Johnson does get it. Battling behind the net, trying to flip it over to Weisner, maybe get it back to the point. Weisner with a good stick check, keeps it alive, but the Falcons eventually pick it up and clear the zone. They'll flip it into center ice. Overskating it momentarily. Eventually chipped into the corner, picked up by Landon Weisner. Great outlet pass by Weisner over to Johnson. Johnson across the blue line. Waiting for some help. Trying to play it back for a pass. Right in the slot, shot by Smith. Rebound, shot by Weisner, goes wide. Logan Weisner circling around behind the net. Poke checked away by the Falcons. And they clear it out. Comes up, just under the blue line. Picked off by Johnson. Thought they had it cleared out. Johnson ties him up and keeps it alive. Good job by Howard battling on the far side. Howard keeps it alive. He gets tripped up trying to play it from his knees back to comes back to Hargadine. He sends it right back down low to Howard. Falcons circled around and does clear the zone. Landon Weisner's there to flip it back in. Defensive unit gets fully changed here. Weisner back to the bench. Powell and Hill on and D. Puck picked up by Howard behind the net. Trying to get it over to JC or Hargadine. Hargadine digs it out. Comes into the near corner. Stick check by the Falcons, and they pick it up and clear the zone. They'll chip it in through center ice. Hill chasing after it. Hill picks up the loose puck. Outlet pass trying to find Hargadine, catching the Falcons on a line change. Got tied up. turnover in the neutral zone, and the Falcons head the other direction. Quick shot from the side, wide of Eager. Backhand attempt, and they get it behind Eager. Eager played the initial shot, but it caromed right off the backboards. On the other side was a Falcons player there. He chips it in for a backhanded goal right behind Eager as he was trying to slide back across the crease. And the Falcons go up 2-1 here with 5.5 minutes remaining in the second. Loose puck after the face-off picked up by Bakta. Bakta runs through some traffic. It's chipped away by the Falcons, but Powell keeps it alive at the point. Smith behind the Falcons net, circling around. Trying to find some space here. He'll play it over to Powell on the right D. Powell pinches down. Quick shot by Powell on target. Saved by the Falcons goalie. He hangs on to that one. We get a stoppage in play here. Myers and Bakta on the wings. Smith will take the face-off. Powell and Hill back on the points. Casey controls the face-off, comes back to Powell. Powell chips it down low, looking for a little tip or a redirect. Goes just wide. Bakta battling there. The puck comes back to the point. Hill kept it alive. Bakta there as well, but eventually gets chipped out of the zone. Myers picks it up. Casey back on side. Myers trying to dump it in, but picked up by the Falcons. Myers battling, keeps it alive, and he'll send it back down into the corner. Puck circles around. Dungy is there. Dungy lets it go. Back to the point for Hill. Hill with a shot right in front. Got tipped. Goes wide right. Myers picks it up. Tries to play it back to the point for Powell. Poked away by the Falcons back to center ice, but Hill is there. Hill regroups. He'll play it over to Dungy on the far side. Dungy over the blue line. Chips it ahead, but the Falcons try to send it right back out. Kept in by Powell, though, at the point. He gets it over to Smith. Smith plays it over to Hill on the near point. Hill sends it down low, circling behind the net. Trying to find Dungy behind the net. It's picked up by Allender. Allender trying to get around some traffic. Tied up there with Dungy. Dungy digs it out. Circling around, tough angle shot right on target, looking for a rebound, but dug out by the Falcons. Comes all the way back just outside the blue line. Powell has to regroup. He sends it back in, but Smith not quite past the blue line yet. We get an offsides call. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Casey will get a line change here. Face off at center ice after the offsides call. Johnson takes the drop. Allender and Dungy are your wingers. Barron and McClin on D. Falcons control. They play it off the boards. Tried to play it off the boards. Played it right into their own net. Almost sniped the coach there. They'll face it off just outside the Falcons' blue line. Falcons control the face-off. They'll chip it into the Kansas City zone. Barron and McClin back on D. Hey, boys, would you mind staying on the lower step just so I can get a little view? Thank you. KC battling on the far side. Allender over there with McClin. Johnson there as well. Johnson digs it out. Poked away by the Falcons momentarily, but McClin picks it up. McClin over to Barron. Barron across the red line. Streaks into the Falcons zone, trying to get a quick shot turned aside by the Falcons goalie. Barron picked up the loose puck, fired another shot turned aside by the Falcons goalie into the near corner, but that's picked up by Johnson. Johnson and Allender in the corner. Dungy there as well. Battling behind the net. Dug out by the Falcons, goes to the far side. Falcons pick it up and try to clear the zone, but picked off by Johnson. He'll send it back down low. Falcons try to circle around, but McClin is there. He keeps it alive at the point. Chips it into the slot. Picked up by Allender with a quick shot. Loose puck. Goalie fanned on it. He tried to make a stick save and clear it aside, but waved his stick right over it. Almost snuck through the 5-hole there, but it hit his leg pad and he covered it up. Goalie tried to shove it there with his stick hand. Swept his stick right over the puck. KC controls the face-off. Weisner chips it back down low. Falcons sling it all the way around. Phillips is on the point. He plays it back in. Goes off the skate of a Falcons player, though. Good job by Brown to turn around and dig it back out from the Falcons. Falcons chip it down low. Picked up by Weisner, who sends it up looking for his brother Logan Weisner. Just going to lift this up and try to play it above the crowd here. Weisner streaking across the blue line. He's got Brown. He'll go into the corner. Centering pass looking for Brown. Sends it back to center ice. Smith is there. Smith and plays it up to Brown. Brown through some traffic. Plays it over. Great pass from Brown over to Logan Weisner. Shot turned aside by the Falcons goalie. Puck goes into the far corner. Good pass there from Brown over to Weisner. Smith battling in the near corner. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in this second period. Falcons pick up the puck. They'll play it through center ice. Ahead of the streaking winger. It's picked up by Phillips. Phillips picks it up, circles around his own net. He'll play it up to JC. Loose puck chipped away, but Smith picks it up. Smith and JC across the blue line. JC trying to kick it back to himself for a pass, but trickles into the crease, and Falcons defense picks it up. Howard there crosses into the blue, just over the blue line. Quick shot by Smith, turned aside. JC will chase after that rebound on the far side. JC trying to find an open man. He'll play it over to Weisner, who's pinching down. Shot by Weisner. Leg pad save, kicked out. Hargadine streaking there for a rebound, but poked out by the Falcons. Great play by JC. Chips it back to Hargadine to keep it alive. Picked up by Howard behind the net.
Get up.
Howard gets upended, but loose puck in front. JC bangs away at it. Shot and saved by the Falcons goalie. Good battle behind the net. Created one more opportunity. JC banged away the rebound and covered up by the goalie with 48 seconds remaining. 47.7 on the clock here in the arena. Hargadine, Howard, and JC are your forwards. Weisner and Barron on the points. KC wins the face-off back to Weisner. Weisner chips it down low to JC. JC plays it over to Hargadine behind the net. Right back to JC. JC getting through some traffic, trying to knife his way to the net to get a shot. Loose puck in front, banged away at. Howard trying to get a crack at it. Covered up by the goalie. We'll get another face-off here. Hargadine wins it back to Weisner. Weisner chips it ahead to JC. JC trying to find some space. Taps it over to Hargadine behind the net. Hargadine circling around. Goes back down low, and he'll play it over to Howard. Howard circles behind the net. Finds some traffic right in front, back door, trying to get a tip there from Hargadine, but it got chipped wide. Hargadine loses an edge. They try to clear it, but Barron's there on the left point to keep it in. 5 seconds remaining. JC picks up a loose puck behind the net, trying to get a backhand shot in front. Loose puck floating around. It just shot right over the crossbar. So many chances there right at the end for KC. Good pressure, but can't find the back of the net. We head into the third period. KC trailing 2-1.
Done.
Chances.
So many chances. At our looks. We'll find a way to find a goal here in the third. 13 minutes remaining. KC down by 1. Winner goes to the championship game at 2:15. Loser's done for the tournament. 13 minutes left.
It was a that kid had like, he was right there. I know. And just every bit about his mechanics was just beautiful. I really thought that one was JC.
Oh, right there, yeah.
I mean, it was wide open.
Yeah.
He was coming down to smack on
Yeah.
that goalie, like, I don't know, did he stick out a stick or something?
I didn't even see the save. I just thought there's surely that's going in.
Just created some drama for the comeback win.
That's it. That's it. These pucks have to start going in now. All right, we head into the third here. 13 minutes to get it done. Being a bracket play game, if they do end up in a tie in regulation, they'll do some sort of overtime. Somebody has to advance. No ties in bracket play. First order of business, It's tied up. Underway here in the third. Smith, Johnson, and Wisner are your forwards. Tied up after the face-off. Eventually dug out by the Falcons. Barron chips it ahead. Johnson knocked it down. Not a high stick though. Close to it. The referee waved it off. Johnson digs it out. Poke check there at the blue line though. Just read it into the zone. Falcons cleared it out. Loose puck at center ice. Picked up by McClin. Circling around, trying to evade some traffic and make a pass. He chips it ahead to Wisner. Logan Wisner across the blue line. Trying to get through some traffic and make a pass. Chipped in by Smith. Puck will go wide of the net. Johnson circles around behind the net. He'll dump it behind the Falcons net for Logan Wisner. Logan Wisner circling around. Plays it back to the point for Barron. Quick snapshot by Barron. Loose puck got tipped side, just to the side on the left. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson, good cross-ice pass to Logan Wisner. Shot on target. Loose puck. And they put it in. Couldn't quite see who knocked it in. Might have been Smith. Oh, yeah. There we go, Broggy. KC ties it up. Just over a minute into the third period. Have to check the score sheet or ask the boys in the locker room who got that one. I was kind of screened by the referee. I couldn't see who put it in. Falcons bench doesn't like the call. They might have thought it should have been whistled dead. Two referees over there talking to the Falcons. Jumped the gun before. I don't want to say for sure, but it looks like the goal stands.
Exact same situation.
Hargadine to take the face off. JC and Howard are your wingers. Another tie-up at center ice, but dug out by Howard. He flips it over to Hargadine. Hargadine gets through some traffic, knifing into the crease. Shot turned aside. He got a tough angle by the time he pulled the trigger. He picks up his own rebound, circling behind the net. Phillips and Wisner back on the point. Hargadine plays it back down low to Howard. Falcons pick it up and circled around, but not out. Sent right back down by Wisner. Clearing attempt blocked by JC. JC battling in the corner. Howard there as well. JC goes down. Wisner pinches in to keep the play alive. He sends it back down low twice. Wisner keeps it alive. Another shot blocked by a defender. Wisner back checking. Phillips back on D. Odd man rush here. 3-on-2 for the Falcons. Wisner forces him wide. Loose puck right in front. And they score. First shot blocked by Eager. Loose puck stays in front of the crease. And the Falcons smash in the rebound on the second attempt. Quickly answering. They go back up by one. Two quick goals, one from each side to start the third period here. Let's see if KC can answer. Bachta to take the face off. Allender and Myers are your wingers. Powell and Hill on D. KC wins it back to Powell. Powell plays it over to Hill. Hill coming up the left side from the neutral zone, trying to chip it ahead for Allender. Tied up here on the near boards. Falcons dig it out, skate back through the neutral zone. Chip it over, but Powell's right there to send it back up to center ice. Myers digs it out. Myers trying to skate through some traffic, trying to chip it ahead. Allender was streaking. Offsides though, as Allender went into the zone, and KC poke check, sends it across the blue line while Allender was already in the zone. Offsides call. KC sticks with the same line here. Bachta to take the face off. He wins it back to Powell. Powell trying to dump it in. Blocked by the Falcons, and they pick it up. They'll chip it in the KC zone, but it's picked up by Hill. Hill circles around, plays it up the near boards, trying to get it to Allender. Allender just trying to poke it around the right D, but kept in by the Falcons. Powell plays it off the boards, trying to clear it out, looking for Myers on the far side. Falcons keep it in. They chip it back down towards Eager. Hill clears his own, plays it over to Allender. Allender trying to find Myers just under his stick at center ice. And the Falcons regroup. Fresh off the bench. A couple KC players trying to dig it out there just outside the blue line, but the Falcons chipped it in off sides and get another stoppage. Just under 10 minutes remaining here. Face off at center ice, since that's where the pass most closely originated from that created the offsides. Falcons win the face-off back in their own zone. They chip it to center ice, but it's picked off by Dungy. Dungy and Johnson over the blue line. Dungy takes it wide, draws some traffic, trying to play it back into the crease. Looking for Johnson. Falcons dig it out, try to clear it up the right side. They clear it all the way out of the zone. Errant pass though, Barron is there. Barron ties up his man, trying to chip it out. Johnson is there. Johnson picks up a loose puck. He'll play it over to McClin. McClin chips it on the boards around some traffic over to Dungy. Dungy trying to skate it out. He'll bank it off the boards looking for Johnson streaking ahead. Just over the red line, so no icing. Johnson behind the net trying to get something set up, but the Falcons pick it up. They clear it back to center ice. Barron circling around some traffic. He plays it over to Dungy. Dungy picks it up off the boards. Over the blue line, trying to get a shot just wide right, turned aside by the stick of the Falcons goalie. Brown battling in the corner. Falcons pick it up. Trying to clear the zone. They bring it up the left side into the neutral zone. Stick check by Smith and Dungy there, free up the puck. Comes back in the Kansas City zone, just under 9 minutes remaining. Loose puck picked up by Barron. Comes across the blue line, but a poke check by Barron. Loose puck picked up, shot again by the Falcons, but cleared out. I think McClin cleared it out. Dungy smacks it ahead. Falcons send it right back in. KC trying to get a line change here as they're looking towards the bench. Can't clear the zone long enough. Barron tries to chip it out, kept in by the Falcons on the near side. McClin battling along with Smith. The Falcons pick it up, quick shot, turned aside by Eager. Puck goes behind the net. Dungy gets tripped up, trying to clear it out. Falcons pick it up. Dungy back to his feet, picks up the loose puck, tries to backhand it out of the zone, but kept in at the left point. A little bouncer, knocked down by Dungy. Barron trying to clear it out. KC trying to get a line change here. Can't clear the zone. Logan Weisner will scoop it up behind his own net. He skates around some traffic, tries to play it ahead to Dungy. KC will freshen up some of their line. Loose puck picked up by Weisner. Weisner gets across the blue line, tries to get around one more defender. Puck slides into the crease. Puck goes behind the net. Kicked into the near corner. Weisner battling in the near corner. Comes back to the point for Phillips. Phillips will chip it back down low. Picked off by the Falcons, and they head the other direction. Falcons dump it in. It'll bounce behind the net, behind Eager. Weisner is there. He picks up the puck, trying to play it ahead to his brother Logan Weisner, just out of his reach, and it's kept in at the point by the Falcons. Phillips digs it out, trying to play it around the net, but picked up by the Falcons. They'll chip it back to the left D. Blocked by Allender. Allender skates it out. He tries to chip it ahead to Smith. Smith streaking around some traffic. Got to get back on side. He does. Good job by Smith to get on side. Allender skating around some traffic over to JC. JC over the left side. Backhand shot goes wide behind the net. Smith battling to keep it alive, but the Falcons clear the zone. Comes back to center ice. Phillips and Weisner back on D. Slap shot. Glove saved by Eager. Good hard slap shot. Eager gloves it down, hangs on to it. We'll get a stoppage in play here.
Quick shifts here. Quick shifts.
Face off just to the left of Eager. Howard, Hargadine, and JC. Powell and Hill on D. Face off controlled by Kansas City. They play it around to JC. Trying to bang it through some traffic. JC scoops it out. 2-on-2 break here. JC and Howard across the neutral zone. On the right side, JC takes it down into the corner. Loose puck comes back to the point. Back for Powell. Powell, the shot from the point, blocked. Falcons go the other direction after the shot blocked, but they overskate it. Powell picks the pocket, plays it right back to JC at center ice. Poke check by the Falcons, but picked up by Howard. Howard across the blue line. Drop pass for JC. Icing call. 5:42 remaining. That'll bring the face-off down the offensive zone for Kansas City. Let's see if they can get something going here. Howard and Myers are your wingers. Hargadine will take the face-off.
Go KC, puck's on net.
Powell and Hill are your defensemen. KC controls the face-off. Myers back to Hill. Hill trying to chip it back down low in the corner, but picked off by the Falcons. And they clear the zone. Poke check by Powell, clears it out. Myers chips it off the boards, trying to find Howard. kept alive, though, by the Falcons. They rush right back in the zone, down to the right side. Tough angle shot off the side of the net. Picked up by Hill. Hill circling around. They play it over to Powell on the other side. Powell brings it up the right side over to Myers. Myers turns around, streaking up the right side. He'll play it over to Howard. Howard across the blue line. Slap shot. Sticks there. Blocker save. Tucks in right behind the net. Myers trying to stuff it in there, but it's kicked around the other corner. Myers picks it up. He'll play it back down to Bakhta on his knees. Bakhta gets back up, plays it right back to Myers. Myers and Bakhta on the far side. Puck squirts back almost to the point, but kept in by Howard. Myers chips it down into the corner. Working behind the net is Bakhta trying to get a centering pass. Couple poke checks by the Falcons. It comes back off the leg pad and right into the slot. Cleared out, though, by the Falcons. Barron circling back. 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Outlet pass from Barron over to Johnson. Johnson over the blue line. Right in front, trying to pull the trigger. Loose puck gets trickled through the crease and poked away by the Falcons. Falcons across the blue line. They dump it into the Kansas City zone. It circles behind the KC net. McClin is there. Battling in the corner with Smith. Puck squirts out the other direction. Barron is there. He plays it up the far boards, trying to get it to Bakhta and around some traffic. Casey again chips it on the boards, but can't clear it out. Loose puck centered by the Falcons. Poke checked away by Johnson before they could get a shot. Johnson picks the pocket. He's running up left side of the ice through the neutral zone. He's got Smith with him. Trying to flip it on net and get a rebound. Puck goes wide right. Smith battling. Comes back to the point. Dungy trying to keep it alive. Comes back to the point for Barron. He plays it off the boards, but gloved down by the Falcons. They'll chip it back to center ice. McClin over the blue line. Close on the offsides call there. Puck goes wide right. Puck kept in by Weisner and Barron at the point. Loose puck. Dungy picks it up. Lost his stick, though, and then lost an edge trying to keep it alive. Smith and Logan Weisner battling on the near side, but the Falcons dig it out with an outlet pass. They enter the zone on the left side. Barron ties him up, trying to clear it out. Loose puck picked up by Smith. Smith and Weisner. Poke checked away. Smith trying to get a pass there. Got poke checked away. Smith plays it around some traffic. Keeps the play alive. He'll play it over to Dungy. Dungy trying to get into the slot. Picked off by the Falcons. Dungy keeps it alive. He gloves it down the blue line, but eventually cleared out by the Falcons. Loose puck chipped around back and forth at center ice. Phillips will dig it out of his near corner. Phillips trying to play it out. Comes up to center ice. Picked up by Allender. One-on-one here for Allender. Allender trying to get through the slot and get a shot. Poke check. Picked up by Hargadine. Hargadine there as well. Battling in the corner. It's dug out by the Falcons. Weisner and Phillips back on D. Poke check, though, by JC, who's back checking. Sends the puck into the Kansas City zone. Weisner over to Phillips. Phillips trying to chip it ahead. Clear the zone, but kept in by the Falcons. This puck dug out by Weisner, trying to skate through some traffic. Weisner battling, but Falcons come away with it. Just under 2 minutes remaining. The Falcons will flip it down right into the slot, trying to get a shot. Good poke check there by Phillips. It comes back to the left side. Another shot by the Falcons goes wide. Rebound sent into the crease and covered up by Eager. 1:39 remaining. Last couple minutes here. 2 quick goals in the third period, but nothing since then. Loose puck dug out by the Falcons after the faceoff. They circle behind Eager, trying to get something set up. Falcons circling around. Weisner chasing after him. Barron there as well. Barron chips it out to JC. JC scoops it up on the right side. Chasing after him is Barron and Howard. JC chips it down in the low corner behind the net. Picked up by the Falcons, though. Howard battling, trying to keep it alive, but it's chipped out by the Falcons. KC with an empty net. 1 minute remaining. Johnson, Landon Weisner back for Kansas City. Landon Weisner plays it ahead to Howard. Howard streaking through the neutral zone. Cross ice pass looking for JC. KC with an empty net. 6-on-5. Picked up by Johnson. Behind the net. There as well. 40 seconds remaining. KC plays it back to the point for Barron. Snapshot on target. Saved by the goalie. He'll hang on to that one. 35 seconds remaining. We'll get another face-off here. Get a timeout here. KC will talk it over. I'm going to try to lift this tripod over the traffic here, so apologize if I'm a little unsteady, but trying to get a good look here. Harger down will take the face off. Puck comes back to the point. Weisner plays it back down low. Over to Smith. Smith trying to get a pass over to Howard. Picked off by the Falcons. Falcons play a backhand pass into the net, a backhand shot into the net. And that makes it 4-2. That'll probably do it here. KC trying to get some pressure there after that face-off. One quick turnover. Tied up the man at the blue line, but not before he could get a backhand shot. Trickled into the net. Egro head back to the net. KC down 4-2 now. Ironically, the same score they played the Falcons last time with an empty net goal. KC wins a face-off, jumps into zone. Myers trying to get a shot there, a pass, but Falcons dig it out and rush the other direction. 10 seconds remaining in the game here. We'll chip it around the near side. Weisner chasing after it, trying to clear it out. 5 seconds remaining. Barron chasing after it. Puck comes into the Falcons. Tie against Kirkwood and a win against the St. Louis Knights. Yep, I think there is one. And a win against the St. Louis Knights. Yep, I think there is one more tournament with some Central States teams being arranged by the Omaha Mavs, so we'll see if that shakes out. Potentially one more. 4-2 your final here. KC drops their final game. They're done for the tournament. Headed back to Kansas City.